did you lose a bet or something? I'm actually curious at this point.
I want to know what Garrick would do. What would Garrick do?
Like, that's the biggest thing.
Touch himself.
Look. Whoa, no.
Whoa.
So, well, I didn't say what kind of way. What are you insinuating? Like Garrick probably would have been like,
Listen, you know what you were saying when you said
straight
no,
up,
I don't know what you're saying.
the
I
solution
about him
to
covering
this is
his mouth.
simple.
No,
You
hold
don't
on.
fucking fight somebody in a trench coat. Like, you don't approach somebody in a trench coat. That's the immediate and first red flag. If you are in a movie theater and you approach a man in a trench coat, it better be for a damn good fucking reason.
Good Kraken.
Oh shit!
Welcome, everybody, to
I forgot.
Please tell me you recorded that.
the Shipwreck Show.
Not the audio, unfortunately.
Damn it!
Because that's what happened. I forgot that for whatever reason the shipwreck scene button specifically on the Stream Deck for whatever reason just stopped working a couple weeks ago, and I haven't taken the time to go figure out what the fuck is going on with that. And so I went to go click it, and I was like, oh shit. So, anyways, welcome everybody.
I would. Oh.
No, go ahead, Xander. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Anytime I've had any issues with the Stream Deck, I would just Control Shift Escape, and then end task on the Stream Deck, and then reopen it. Because I've had issues with audio files, like playing like audio, like using it like a soundboard.
Sure.
And it won't take to, let's say I want to put my hype sound like the bah, 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 bah,
Yeah.
and I want my Stream Deck to play that on Wavelink SFX.
Okay.
Okay. And when I switch it over to that and I test it, it doesn't work. I end task, reopen it, it works. So that's
pretty bonkers, actually.
Yeah.
A little weird. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still kind of like getting a little knack for some of the stuff, you know what I'm saying? For some of the things.
Yeah.
Just a couple of things, you know, but yeah, that's all right. Welcome everybody to episode 6 of the Shipwreck Show. I'm one of your hosts, Nell Pearson, alongside the 5-star man with the 10-finger plan, Devin Stanford. What's happening, baby?
I saw it, dude.
Oh, dude, saw,
dude. You want to know something funny, guys?
What?
So, I went to my partner's bar tonight.
You said that like a little gremlin fingers.
No,
I don't like that.
Gremlin
I don't
fingers.
like
No,
that.
I like it. I fuck with it. Little gremlin fingers.
All right. So
it's a little trench coaty for me.
Nah, no.
No. I'm dropping some tea.
What about a
All
Sunday?
right. Oh, Devin's got tea. Hold on.
I got some tea.
My island genetics are here for this. All right, what's the tea, Devin?
You're
What's the
gonna
tea?
like this story.
Hold on, let's go. I like me some tea.
All right. So, it's Thursday night football, and at her bar, they do Taco Thursdays instead of Taco Tuesdays.
Okay.
Already don't know how I feel about that.
It's bar food. Come on, you know.
It's an interesting marketing tactic, sure.
Yeah,
like I'm
you
here
know.
for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's doing something different.
You've heard of Taco Tuesdays. What about Taco Thursdays, bro?
Exactly.
And then they go and
It's like beat ups doing wing Thursdays.
It's white people shit. Like, come on.
For real, Garrick, we're looking at you.
It really is. And yes, he gets food.
Hey, he's got to eat dinner before he goes and sees the best movie.
Let
Let
me get the story out of the way. I don't want to take up too much time.
Here. I got you. I got you.
All right. It's Thursday night football.
Yep.
And Taco Thursday.
Yep.
I'm eating tacos. I'm drinking my mono vodka with ginger beer mixed together.
Okay.
It's exquisite with a muddled lime. It's pretty good.
Exquisite. This dude said exquisite.
So
I'm dropping my tea. I'm dropping my tea, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Listen here. I'm being proud right now, okay? I'm proud and present. What's up?
Proud and present. Let's go.
Okay. There's these fucking assholes that are being assholes in the corner. There's about 5 of them. There's about 5 or 6 of them. They're yelling at football. You know, they're that type of person where football is their identity.
Are all 5 and 6 of them assholes, or is it just like a specific?
Yeah. It's all of them.
All right.
But this story is about this one specific guy who is yelling, like fucking yelling in the bar.
Who's playing? Who are the teams on the TV?
Kansas City,
Okay.
Chiefs,
Yep.
and the Chargers. This guy's a Chargers fan.
Of
Kansas
course,
City is beating the
of course.
Chargers.
Okay. All right.
All right. So he's yelling. He's drunk.
Okay.
He keeps yelling.
Yep.
Bartender is like, "Hey, dude,
Chill the fuck out. Right.
yeah."
Yeah.
He talks shit. Mumbles under his fucking breath.
You know, fucking stupid bitch.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Right.
5 minutes later, starts yelling again. Gets told, "Shut the fuck up." That time.
Yeah.
Like straight up, word for word.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yelled.
Hey, shut. Like it's fucking East Coast.
And then
Shut
he
the
goes-
fuck up over there. Anyway.
And then he goes, "Ooh, this is a sports bar." And then she goes, "Get the fuck out." And I'm eating my taco. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, hot damn. This is a sports bar. She said she don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I look like
This
I give
just
a
happened
fuck.
like an hour and a half ago, so that's great.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
He's jazzed.
earlier.
Devin's
Yeah.
he's fucking jazzed right
Yeah,
now.
no,
Yeah, he is. He's
no.
big stoked on the
The
tea.
violence,
Yeah.
yes. He's like surreal
Immediately,
last night
I'm just
in your chat.
keep in mind, I'm friends with this bartender too because
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
my partner's coworker and friend as well.
Right.
And I'm just like, "Oh, what'd you say?"
It's like, what?
yeah.
Did he just say that?
Bartender.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my bar.
Yeah. Did they leave?
They tried to argue it. Another one stands up
Of course.
and they start calling her a bitch. And then I'm like, "Oh,
Devin
I think I'm gonna stand up now."
Devin's like Taco Thursday's canceled.
I stand up and I sit there and I go like this.
He's in a trench coat. Devin's in a trench coat.
Imaginatively, like, mental thought
He's
process.
got video cameras in the
I'm
trench
like,
coat.
I'm like, "Oh,
Yep.
what's gonna happen?"
World star.
You know what I mean? Yeah, world star.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I'm here for that.
Two regulars get up and they're
Yep.
like big fucking dudes too. And
Okay,
they're like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
you just called my bartender a bitch."
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
I come here 2 days a week. Let's go. Let's
Like,
go.
Did you
they-
just call her a bitch?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. They just yeah, you need sound effects for the footsteps.
Of
because,
course. Yes.
I just imagine them walking like Minecraft people.
they're pushing him out. They're pushing him out.
Yeah.
Right? They're
yeah,
pushing
okay,
him out.
Okay.
And they get him out. As, words exchange. Fuck you. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm a Chargers fan. Oh, you
This
suck.
is when I go. I'm like, that's when I go. That's when I get to the front door. I get to the front door where they're pushing him out, and they're like trying to yell at him back. One of them starts trying to swing on him. The guy like catches his fist, like pushes him back out, and here I am. I'm like,
I can't with these separate bullshit. It's like
I think the only thing that would make it
That's
better was like
what
if he
I'm
had his
like,
taco
and
with him the entire time. Like,
and that's what I'm like.
You just
I'm
like eating?
Oh,
You
going
got
over.
it in his hand.
I didn't get to do anything because they got him out and it stopped. But then I was sitting there. I was like, oh, I was gonna do that for a second.
It's
You know what I mean?
It's killing me because like you're doing this like do thing, and I'm just like in my imagination, like I'm seeing this in my head, and all of you are Roblox characters. That's what I'm seeing. in my head.
exactly.
It's like you're
I was thinking like
all-
Minecraft or like Roblox, like just T-posing the entire fucking time.
just making your way over.
Oh
You're
my
like, hey,
God,
shut the
dude.
fuck up! And he's like, "Fuck you, man! I'm a Chargers fan," and he's just wiggling his arms around. Like,
Oh
The
my
whole
God,
time,
dude.
the whole time, it's a sports.
It's a sports bar. Like it's yeah, screaming like a belligerent idiot comes in the territory of it being a sports bar, I guess. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
I can't stop laughing on the inside. I wanted to give that story.
It's a
Because a lot
sports
did
bar.
happen. But yeah, you can say
That's like
Can that be the title of tonight's episode, please? Just
It's a sports bar.
sports bar.
it's a sports bar.
I'm like, holy shit,
Oh
this just
my
happened.
God. Well, that sports bar voice that you're just hearing is my little Thai peanut. It's Xander.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Oh, I love apple juice.
Oh yeah. That was a big ass glass for apple juice, my guy.
Yeah, dude.
Good,
I
good,
said
good.
I fucking love it, dude. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's cracking?
I mean, eating apples, unlike one. It's Xander.
You got to bring that up.
I mean, you're drinking apple
gotta bring
juice.
it.
You basically signed up for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're fucking right.
Dude, Xander's about to be like,
It's a sports bar.
It's a sports bar.
the one that is arguably potentially eating apples down there is our Crimson Chin himself, Garrick Eakin. What's happening, baby?
It's not apples. It's Jimmy John's. I'm
I know, but it's like we can just
Just
pretend.
change
after
your
all.
last name to
What'd you
Eaton.
get? What'd you get?
number 12, dog. I always get a number 12.
Which one is that?
Wait,
I
number
know them
12
by
from
the
where?
name.
One with avocado, the Beach Club or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's okay. The Beach Club, yeah, that's what I
Wait,
was.
what-
Like,
which
with
is
the
my
bean
go-to?
sprouts, and the avocado, and the turkey, and the bacon.
Did I miss that? What restaurant you went to? Where'd you go
Jimmy
to?
John's.
Jimmy John's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
at this
Club,
point,
that's the
at this point, with Cup Bop being the last one, and now this one, Garrick needs to officially change his last name to Garrick Eating.
Garrick Eaton.
Dude.
Garrick Eaton.
Eric Eaton.
Dude,
Dude, now Garrett's gonna be
pretty
like,
much always doing.
They're like, they're like, what's your middle name? You're like B.
Dude, for real.
I knew
Twitter
that would
handle.
get Xander. I knew that would get Xander. Let's go. I knew that would fucking get him. That was such a Xander ass dumb joke.
it's because he's a
Like
dad.
dumb shit, dude.
Garrick
God.
B. Eaton.
Garrick B.
They're like, your middle names are like just an initial
Bernard,
letter.
you fool.
We've barely been on for 20 minutes right now, and I'm fucking dead. Right?
I haven't even done the introduction yet. Like,
This is already the best one.
That is absurd. This is a sports bar.
You gotta remember
my
to
God.
breathe, dude.
I can't believe they
All right, all right,
they
all
got
right.
kicked out of a sports bar for saying this is a sports bar.
I already like do your intro because like after that conversation, I need to know your guys' bar stories tonight.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, everyone at home is gonna have to yell at us. This isn't a sports bar. This is the Shipwreck Show because that is the Shipwreck Show. Where once a week, every week, 4 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the Seven Seas has thrown our way. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to patreon.com where you can submit questions and topics. You get exclusive post-show content and you have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken over at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link down there, right down there, in the details and description below in order to get updates when new episodes go live everywhere. Devin. We've got some captain's orders, my friend. We're taking Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day off. All those beautiful days off. We're gonna be chillaxing. We're gonna be chilling. Mostly because you guys are gonna be chilling at home. All y'all listeners and viewers at home, you guys are gonna be chilling. Oh god, I almost burped on stream again. And we don't want to go out on here and just be kicking it with only, like 1 or 2 people. So we will be here for all the other usual days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We will have some Shipwreck shows going on for you guys for the rest of the month too. And then yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
A little side tangent on that though. If you do find yourself a little bit bored during those times and you want to keep in touch, I will be also keeping in touch with everyone on the GK Discord.
Yes.
If you guys want to just chat, you guys are bored, you guys want to talk about the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home, we could talk a little bit about that. We're gonna keep it spoiler free though. We could also talk some Hawkeye. We could talk anything coming up that you guys want to talk about. That's just nerdy and fun and whatnot. Just because I know sometimes people out there, the holiday times can be a little bit lonesome at times. So I do want to put that out there for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Is Devin pretending to be frozen again? I hate this.
Dude, yeah, he's being a fucker.
He doesn't have the fan anymore. He doesn't have the fan.
He doesn't have the fan anymore, so we can't verify.
Tell.
We can't verify, so I have to check now. So I have to kind of just rely for.
That was like one of the longest times I kept my eyes open in a very long time.
I haven't held my eyes open in so long ever.
Dude, I feel like I'm a staring contest fucking wizard, dude.
Now, okay, so for this week, guys, it is Devin's turn. Now, Devin, you talked to me a little bit loosely about some options that you're going to have to talk about. Are you deciding to opt out of the original thing?
I'm going to ask it eventually, but just after the events tonight, I have a very particular question. I have another story that I can tell later too, to add on. That's not as long. But I want to keep this train going because I know everybody has a story. What is your one of your most memorable, funny, hilarious stories that you can think of that's either happened in a bar scene or at a show or a venue? Like that kind of environment. What's something that happened to you or around you?
Now something fun or something wild like what you just gave us?
Either or.
Okay. So just something lit. Just something lit.
At your stories. Yeah,
okay.
Just
right.
something lit and rememberable that you know what I mean? Like I just had one of those moments tonight. So I was just like, whoa, okay.
Goddamn.
I'll be honest. When I went over there, I got that rush and I was like, oh, it's been like 2 years since I've gone to a show. I forgot what this felt like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Xander. Well, you're all locked and loaded, ready to go. Go for it, baby.
Well, I have 2 potential ones, so I'm gonna put it up to you guys to vote for it. So I have sound check or don't trust the spice.
Well, we obviously have to go with the spice, dog.
Yeah, don't trust the spice.
That's the better one, obviously.
Okay. So way back when I was kind of like a roadie for When Cities Sleep, now Savage Hands, before I joined as their bassist and background vocalist. But I went to all the shows with them because they're my homies all throughout school. And they were playing Ice Jam, I believe, one year over in Baltimore, Maryland.
Space Jam on ice.
That's what I thought.
I wish. No, Ice Jam was like a 2-day event. It had like all the big ones. The one that I was actually on, we opened up for they had Silverstein, Icy Stars, the whole nine. It was they would have 25 huge artists and then a bunch of little local bands to open up for the big ones on the day. It was a whole day event. This fuck. So we got into Baltimore and we're just chilling in the van. The band's offloading their shit and I'm there with my buddy Joel, who's also a close family friend of ours. He passed away a few years back. That's what this tattoo's for. But this motherfucker, he had a pack of cigarettes and I was all out and I was like, yo, you mind if I get a cigarette? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. Come to find out, the cigarette that he gave me, he forgot to he I guess he didn't realize, but he had packed it with Space Cadet. I don't know if you're familiar with Space Cadet. It was back with like when like synthetic weed was a big thing.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
Alright.
we're from Oregon. We just smoke weed.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had synthetic weed, which we called spice.
I mean,
I
we
smoked that.
have there's spice here. It's just I didn't realize
Yeah.
that that's what Space Cadet specifically was. But yeah,
Mhm.
spice can be real fucked up. But anyways, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that happened, and I started feeling felt good. You know, I felt fucking good for a little bit there. I was like, yo, what? And then he looked at me. He's like, oh shit, dude. Just stay close to me. He was like, just stay close to me. I was like, all right, bet. So we go out to the line, and we're just waiting. We're waiting in line to get into the venue and everything. And we're just chilling. I'm like, dude, I don't feel too good. I think I'm just sit down. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down for a second and just like ride this out. That's what went on in my head. What everyone else saw was,
Oh,
I just full on collapsed on the
Okay.
ground.
okay.
I completely collapsed on the ground. And when I came to, I was already inside, and I was being handed. It was like that scene in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban when Lupin gives him the chocolate. Like someone was giving me like chocolate, and I was just like, "What the fuck happened? What the fuck?" It was my buddy Justin. It was my buddy Justin. He's the guitarist for Savage Hands, and he looked at me. And like we had like growing up, we had this thing like if we were to ever try any drugs and stuff like that, it was like we would have like this boat. We would both keep each other in check. We're like, did we have a good trip, bad trip, whatever? Did we like it? Did we hate it? And if we hated it, if one of us hated it, both of us would be on key like never again. All right, never again. And then he looked at me because he had smoked some prior and he wasn't feeling it either. And we looked at each other and he was like, never again. I was like, never again. And then subsequently that that ice jam was sponsored by Monster, and we were supplied like
Michael
an
Jordan.
endless supply of Monster Absolute Zero, and that was when my addiction to Monster started.
Oh no.
And
'Cause
that's
I was
when
just
Xander
chugging
was yelling,
Monster.
"It's a sports bar."
This is a monster sponsored event.
But yeah, that's my
Okay.
story.
Okay.
Fucking
So
collapsed.
Xander got spiced up like Dune, dog. It was wild. That's wild.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
wild. All right,
Yeah. Did your
Garrett.
eyes turn blue for a minute?
Probably.
Dude,
Probably,
I am
yeah.
honestly
Dude,
trying
it's
so
a
hard to
sports
think, and
bar.
right now I am straight up coming up blank.
Really? You don't have any
Yeah, like, I'm-
bar stories, party stories, show
Yeah,
stories?
it could be a party
like,
too.
Like any big like number of people event where something wild happened.
Dude, I need more time. I
I'll
need
go
more
for
time
it.
to
I'll go
think
for it.
about
I'll
it.
go first.
I'm really
got you.
having a hard time.
No worries. I got you, baby. Okay, so I have like 1.5 kind of.
Okay.
So
I even have a little one I can give it after too if you need a little bit more time too.
yeah, sure. We got you, Garrick. We got you, Garrick, baby. So the first one, I was actually at a bar. It is in fact a bar story. As one Bill Nye the Science
Nice.
Guy would label
Was it a
as.
sports bar?
It was no. It wasn't a sports bar, unfortunately. No,
Damn it.
no. It was actually the Wichita.
Oh, that
Yeah, it was,
bar.
yeah, it was
I've
out
been
front of the
there.
Wichita. So I was hanging out with my homeboy. We went outside for a cigarette, and a young gentleman comes up to us, and he says, "Now, hold on, pause. Let me back up a little bit. I'm a good 4 drinks in. I'm feeling good, right? My homeboy, he's feeling good." Okay, we're just here just knocking back a couple drinks, having some shitty bar food, listening to people do crap karaoke there because it was a karaoke night. Yeah, you know how those are at the Wichita. I'm sure you've seen one of those.
Yeah.
And this gentleman comes up and he says, "Hey, y'all got any rocks?" And I knew what he was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew what he was talking about. And I was like, "Nah, dog, we don't fuck that way." And he was like, oh, okay, do you have a cigarette? And I was like, sure, well, I'll give you a cigarette. So I give him a cigarette or whatever. And he was like, can I get another one for the road? And I was like, that's, I mean,
The
like,
fuck?
I probably would, but I mean, like, I don't have all these cigarettes to give you, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's my only pack right now. And he goes, I'll trade you this lighter for another cigarette. And I was like, interesting trade. What did you plan on lighting this cigarette with? Were you gonna light it and then give it to me? When you leave, what are you lighting the second cigarette with? Are you just gonna like butt fuck it as one cigarette smoker
Probably
would call
the
it?
car lighter. He probably had one of those old ones with the car lighter.
I don't think he had a car, bro. I don't think he didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was not the kind of guy who was.
That's what
I
hanging
know the
out.
type of guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, he was not the guy who was at the bar. He was
He's
hanging
a
in
houseless
front.
person. He's a houseless.
Or I don't know. I don't know if he was because he was dressed better than a houseless person. In as far as Portland standards are concerned.
I mean that area though, like that's
Exactly.
area.
That's why it's hard to say because like it's like 50-50 shot, right? Like he either is like extra like homeless guy or just like kind of like it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Either way, don't care. Like I'm being polite to the guy. I'm trying my hardest to be polite to the guy. Not a huge deal. He's not really interrupting. Not a big deal whatsoever. But I thought it was so interesting, and I'm feeling it, right? I thought it was interesting that he asked me to trade a cigarette for this lighter. Now, when I said, "How are you gonna light that cigarette?" just now, I actually said it out loud that night to him. I said, "How are you gonna light the other cigarette?" And he goes, "I don't know." I was like, just
Bunga bunga.
just take the cigarette, dude. It's fine. And so like I give it to him. And he lights the first one. He smokes it. And he goes, "Thanks for the second one on the road." And I was like, "Sure, dog." Like, and he finishes it. And then me and my homeboy are talking. He's just like inserted himself into our like standing situation. You know what I'm talking about? Where like he came up to ask for a cigarette, but he never walked away. Like me and my homeboy are trying to talk about serious shit, like because we're buzzed in front of a fucking bar. That's what you do with your homeboys. And this guy's just kind of chilling like our audience. Like we're broadcasting a podcast together in front of a bar or something. And he's just chilling. He's kicking
Who
it.
would do that?
He then lights the second cigarette. And I don't know where he goes, "Oh." And I was like, "Well, dude, are you okay?" And he pukes all over the fucking floor. All over the little cement sidewalk thing, because you know at the Wichita there's like the cover thing there, right? He pukes all over the fucking ground. It splashes on my shoes, and I was like, "Dude, are you all right?" He goes, "Menthol." I hate menthol.
What a fucking aggressive reaction.
And he like throws it, and he starts like dry heaving, like he's like holding on to like the bike bars, you know, like the wavy bike bar things are out front of there. He's holding on to it. He's like dry heaving, like like doing that over it, and I can't fucking stop. And I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like you smoked the first cigarette. How did you not know it was a menthol?" Anyways, this motherfucker got done puking, got done gagging, got done dry heaving, and had the fucking audacity to ask us for one more cigarette. And I said, "Get the fuck out of here." Like, I was so pissed off about what had just happened. I was like, "No, you don't get another fucking cigarette. Get out of here. Get out of here."
Dude, as soon as he started puking, I would have just been like,
Well, I didn't want to just leave the dude because I was like genuinely concerned for his fucking health for a second. Because like, let's be real, nobody just randomly. He's been standing here for fucking 10 minutes, right? And he just randomly starts puking. I was like, "Dog, are you good? Like, what the fuck just happened here?" And he's like, "Menthol." And I was like, "Excuse me?" I immediately went from like caring to like, "Okay, I'm fucking done here. Like, this is fucking dumb. I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't die," right? Like at this point, I'm just like, I need to make sure that this human being is still alive by the time I walk away from this, right? he had to fucking ask for another one. And I was like, it's going to be a menthol. Like, it's the same person you're asking a cigarette from that gave you the cigarette that put you here in the first place. What do you think it's... Anyways. Anyway. I can't.
But I have one question.
Okay. All right.
Was it a sports bar?
Is the Wichita considered a sports bar?
I think it's a sports bar.
Is it a sports bar? I'm like,
This is a sports bar.
This is a sports bar. Oh my god. Oh, anyways, my really quick short one. You guys know the drummer for our old band. We had a party in our apartment one night, and someone, actually someone that Garrick knows very well, betted this gentleman $20 that he couldn't balance my Halloween costume top hat on his pee-pee without using his hands. So one, B, sir. Yeah.
B, sir.
Spent the, because I'm not gonna do him dirty like that.
Yeah.
Spent the entire night stark naked with my top hat on his crotch. He spent the whole night just slapping junk inside of my top hat, trying to keep the top hat up without his hands.
Dude,
I'm not at all surprised.
I did that in the studio with a cowboy hat.
This story featuring the same guy who like found a flesh-colored octopus toy in the middle of a fucking Fred Meyer and unzipped his pants and like stuck it out and then proceeded to walk through like a whole ass family, like just divided them. And then the same night hijacked a rascal and then drove it across the street to the Taco Bell.
This man was Xander. Listen, you don't understand the level the level of chaos that this man was at all times.
He had a mohawk too.
He
all black all the time.
God. This is the kind of guy that gives you
after band practice, and he was just like, "I just shit in the upper part of the bathroom. We gotta go."
For no reason. He just comes out.
Like, we were just chill. We were just having lunch,
just kicking it,
and we were just like wrapping it up.
And we were like, why? Why, dude?
This is the type of person. It gives me like that Southern Carolina, just like, oh my, kind of like vibes. Like
he is the epitome of chaos. He is literally a walking SLC punk.
Like it's absurd.
Jesus.
Like it is very on brand for him. Like he kept up with it. Like honestly, like I was thoroughly impressed really for the years I was doing music with that fucking guy, because I was just like, do you not get tired? You don't get tired
when he gets stoked about something, he just screams. He just goes, ah!
Literally would yell at the top of his lungs. The same night that he did this top hat thing. So we had another guy that was in our band that he was best friends with, and this gentleman could convince B, sir, to do just about fucking anything at any moment's notice.
Yep.
And this particular night, that
Mr. H, we'll call him Mr.
Mr. H, yes, Mr.
Dude,
H, and B,
he was
sir.
like such a fucking enabler.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was great. Now, this particular night with the top hat, another event that happened later on that night was Mr. H came up to B, sir, on the patio of our apartment. And B, sir was drinking a Red Bull, right? A Red Bull with like some vodka in it, right? And we're on the patio, we're just chilling, we're just smoking. He's still just slapping shit inside the top hat. And Mr. H comes up to him and says, Miss B, sir, did you know Red Bull gives you wings? And he says, Red Bull gives you wings? And he says, Red Bull gives you wings? And B, sir says, Red Bull gave me wings. And he jumps off our second floor balcony.
Oh my God.
Butt naked with my top hat. And afterwards, as we all are like, dog, are you good? He goes, I'm fine. and then proceeds butt naked to scale up the wall back onto our patio with my top hat on his head. He did not go around and go through the front door. He just scaled the wall like Assassin's Creed style. I don't understand who this fucking human being is. I really he was just smart. He was
Just
wait.
Yeah.
Up the side of the building. He just went.
Listen, no, hold on. That was a Pokemon escape, if I've ever heard one.
Exactly. Like H.P. Lovecraft wrote this man's like life story. I don't understand how this human being still exists, but he pure entertainment for years of my life.
Damn.
I'll tell you.
I gotta say, those stories, they definitely remind me of my buddy Joel, who I mentioned like this tattoo is for. He had passed away a few years back, but I just want to bring it up because his birthday was earlier this month.
Rest in power.
So shout out to you, man. I hope you have a cold one ready for me when we meet again. So.
Rest in power,
but yeah, no,
Rest in power.
he was definitely like that guy, like the life of the party, like the fucking energy, like he would do shit where you're just like, what the fuck? All right, bet.
It has a way of doing it for you. Now, Garrick, are you ready, or do you need Devin to do a quick one?
So damn, dude. I do have one.
Okay.
I do have one, but I gotta say, it's fucking rough trying to follow a Beaster story.
Here. I'll play.
Fair.
I'll play.
That's fair.
Let me throw a quick little.
But I
one.
do have one.
Very, very fast because we do got to start getting into reader questions here.
Yeah. Here's a quick little one for you. Went and saw Volumes one time, right?
Yep.
I went and saw Volumes with North Lane.
Old school, like Edge of the Earth, or
of course, Edge of the Earth. It has to be Edge.
Yeah.
VIA, right? Yeah.
It's via status Volumes. It's when they have that little like fake feud with North Lane.
Holy shit! It is Via, isn't it? It was not
Yeah.
VIA. I thought it was fucking VIA. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
Via. And this is real quick. I'm at the edge. Anyways.
That's a fucking is such a fucking good album. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah. Go.
Anyways, this is like one of the first times I see Volumes play in Portland because they didn't really play in Portland that much before that. Like,
you're right.
You know what I mean? They played like maybe twice, like back in the very, very beginning. And they're headlining. And the whole show is pretty mild. It was a metalcore show out the ass, bunch of metalcore bands, right? And then they start playing God, what was it? Intake? No, it wasn't Intake. I think it was
Intake's a good one.
I think it was Via. They started playing Via, like the actual Via song.
Okay.
And somebody picks up a trash can from the pit. Okay. And I'm sitting in the back of the bar with my ex-girlfriend at the time. And I'm hanging out with Craig Erickson, the owner of Rise Records at the time.
Of course.
And like a few other friends. And this is Sustainer days.
Yeah.
Or no.
Right. For sure.
And he's shirtless too, and just picks up the trash can over his head. And it's a metal trash can.
Yeah, like WWE style, full on metal trash can.
Yeah,
right.
Like you hit somebody with it, dents in a little bit, like that kind of trash can.
Mm-hmm.
I look right over at Craig, and Craig looks right at me, and I'm like, "Oh, whoa!" And he's like, he goes, "Oh," but smiles at the same time.
Yeah, he's about it.
And this guy proceeds to start going around the pit. Just hitting people with the trash can.
What the fuck?
Security guard comes up to him and he looks right at the security guard, just goes, dunk.
No.
Dude, he just knows him.
And
Dog.
you see the security guard go,
No.
and then he turns Volumes is still playing.
Of course. They're fucking about it too. Yeah.
And
yeah.
people are still just fucking hitting everything at the same time. Like, at least like 20 people doing this because it's during the breakdown, right? And Volumes isn't even like a violent hardcore band, but because they come from LA and they just grew up playing with hardcore bands, everybody treats them like that. So then this guy just throws the trash can at the crowd as hard as he can and just runs out of the venue.
Dude, that's hilarious. I kind of wish they were playing Edge of the Earth during that, because I could just see like Michael Barr just like, and I'm here tonight. What the fuck?
It was straight up like,
underneath
Just like that. Right.
Shit out of people, dude.
and then he goes, oh, and then it slows down. It's like
Now, before we move on to Garrick, I want to make sure that because we're talking volumes, we give a big old rest in power to Diego, who unfortunately passed away.
Rest in peace,
because he was a fucking rad dude. He was a very fucking
amazing,
amazing
producer,
stellar fucking guy. So yeah, rip
and
to him.
He played that show and he killed it. And they were wearing all white. It was right when they started wearing all white.
Oh yeah, because that was when they got the new vocalist, right?
It was right before
that. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Garrick, you ready? You good for us, or you want?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
good.
let's go.
I had one before. So this is not a super impressive story, but it's the story of my first ever house party.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So this, yeah, dude, it's a little rough. So my cousins had been living in a house across the street from me for about a year at the time, and they were hosting a bachelor party for one of their friends at their house, like kegger, drinking games, just lots of people, the nights. And well, I just decided to, let myself over because the garage door was open, right? They were my cousins. I literally just walked across the street into the house, and I was just like, party time. And so I wasn't a super big drinker at the time, we'll just say. And so I had my cousin make drinks for me. I do not recommend letting other people make drinks for
never,
you.
ever.
So, I was just like a bitch boy. I'm like, I don't know what to drink. Just make me something. He's like, all right, rum and cokes all night long. And I'm like, cool, sounds great. And dude, he just kept them coming. Just full drinks.
Big coombs.
All night long.
This is a
And by the end of, as the evening starts to close, right? We're out in the backyard. We're like all hanging out around a fire. I lived in a really small redneck town.
Yes,
Fires were common.
I was there today.
He was.
Dude, were you really?
He was there today. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, same.
It was for work.
Retweet.
But so like we're all hanging around the fire, and like the bachelor, the groom, like is just absolutely just shit fucked up, dude. Like, and he's just taking swings at everybody at his own party. I mean, dude, just
throwing
is literally
hands,
fighting man, women, and children. Like anybody within reach.
He's just out here swinging with extreme prejudice.
It's like that commercial, like at the birthday party where the guy's just like slapping everybody, just like.
Yeah, dude. Just the whole party, dude. He's literally just like no karateing in the mosh pit, just fucking around the backyard, just drunk as shit,
handing out hands with extreme prejudice. Dude, I love it.
Extreme prejudice. And so like it got to the point to where like we actually had to like escort him out of his own party. So like two of the biggest dudes there, like basically grabbed the ears, like, all right, I'll grab the top, you grab the bottom, and like basically like shimmy carried this dude just still swinging the whole way. And they like
get have off to like me. This is a sports bar.
They have to like fucking open both doors of the car and like basically pull the dude into the back seat And they were like, all right, take him to his mom's house.
Okay.
I swear I wasn't drunk, Mom.
So does he swing on his mom? Did he swing on his mom? Or like,
Dude, I don't know. Because they drove off in the party.
He could have. He
dude,
definitely
that's
could
the
have.
thing. It could have happened. So like they like a couple of dudes that were like sober enough to go, like drove this dude over to his mom's house, like just kicking and fucking screaming in the back seat the whole time he's driving away. Like you can hear him as they're like rounding the corner, dude. Just so fucking belligerent.
Oh
You know,
my
just an
God.
average Tuesday night where I grew up.
Tuesday.
A regular Tuesday night out in M-Town, bro. Like, goddamn.
Dude, for real. out in
For
M-Town.
fucking real. Fuck that place, man.
Dude, and so the party kept going. And so like after like my cousin was one of the guys that helped him get into the cars, I was just like, all right, we got him taken care of. Let's go back inside. And I just remember like somebody sitting me in like, because people are just pouring me drinks, dude.
Of course.
Like I've always got drinks. And so like I'm just following whoever's giving me the drinks. I'm like, let's go. And I'm just chilling. And I just remember at one point in the evening, someone like sat me on the couch in the living room and like handed me an Xbox controller. And I just remember playing like Call of Duty Zombie for like 3 hours.
That sounds tight.
tossed.
That's a good way
Bro.
to do a party, my guy. Like, I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
that.
no, that's good.
all the while, like I still drinks. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just the whole
You
night.
had a good time, didn't you?
Dude. So it ended up kind of weird. I felt really bad.
Oh no! Oh no! So it ended up kind of weird.
No.
Is not where I wanted that answer to
Look.
go.
No, dude, it was kind of a rough night. So basically, what
alright.
ended up happening was like the drinks kept coming, and I kept drinking.
Yeah,
And,
as one
it got
does.
to the
as one
point-
does.
It got to the point to where the drinks started to want to come back up. You know what I'm saying?
It was a menthol.
Well-
It was a menthol. Yeah.
It was a menthol. Yeah,
you
dude.
bastard! You
so
motherfucker!
far.
It was
You
you.
got a
It was you,
menthol bar.
wasn't it?
Dude, and have y'all like seen the TikTok where it just like I'm just gonna do literally the and like the sound and then like
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys got it. So I stood up to go vomit, and it was like and I'm like stumbling around, dude. I'm like
yeah.
on hands and knees crawling. I'm like, I've got to do this. I
Uh-huh.
have to get there in
Uh-huh.
time. I'm
Uh-huh.
like bound and determined to make it to the toilet. And I'm like,
Yep.
I've made it. And I go to open the bathroom door and I'm just like all over the floor.
Oh no! Oh no!
Dude, and I'm
Oh,
just
no.
like,
Oh,
oh
no.
no. I've got to take care of this. So like I'm still super drunk. And I'm like, I like get into the kitchen. I'm like, I find a rag. And I'm like, I thought I did a really good job.
Oh no!
Oh, he thought.
No! Okay. All right.
I'm just like, cool. Like, this looks great. Like, we took care of it. Everything's Gucci. I'm going to go to bed now. Well, by the time I got back into the living room, all of everything was taken except for the chair. And I knew my cousin, like, he's like, all right, I'm going to sleep here. And I'm like, okay. So, like, I was like, well, I need somewhere to sleep. Well, next to the chair just happened to be a very large dog bed. And I just decided that's where I ended up. And so, like, I was just like, this is comfortable. And it's not just the
This
floor.
is my home now.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
take
is. Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna take a nappy. And dude, the last thing I remember for the evening was like my cousin coming back in, and he had like a blanket, and he like tucked me into the dog bed,
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
and he like
Christ.
went to sleep
Oh,
on the
man.
in the chair, like this big chair next to me, dude. And I like woke up the next day and like got back to my house, and I'm like chilling and doing whatever. And, like I get a knock on the door, and my cousin comes over. He's just like, "Hey, can you come over to the house real quick and take care of this mess you made last night?" I'm just like, "Oh damn, dude, yeah, of course. I'm so sorry. I thought I got it." And I like get there.
You like
it's-
drew a smiley face in it, and you're like, "That's
No,
good."
it says this is
Dude,
This is the worst part.
So apparently, what had happened was
What
I
had
just like
happened was
grabbed like a dry rag off the counter and just like and I just kind of pushed it around the hardwood floor. And dude, and I came back the next morning, and it's like there's like puke on like the chair legs and like a little bit on the walls, and it's all like just in front of the bath, like just in front of the toilet. Like I almost made it. It's like, damn.
Not
Oh,
hot.
you clean it up.
Darn.
It's like 10 minutes goes by, and you're like, okay, we're good.
We'll get them next
Yeah,
time.
dude.
Now, real quick before we move on here, do you guys remember when people were throwing quote unquote Project X parties? Do you remember that phase? Like,
Yeah.
everyone
Oh,
wanted to do a
dude,
Project
yes.
X party. Wasn't that
Yeah.
absurd? It was fucking absurd. And out of the like
did you
five,
throw one or did you actually go to one?
No. The only parties that we ever threw in our place was like mild ragers, like the ones that like people are like falling asleep underneath your kitchen table, but nobody died. You know what I mean? So it was like,
Right.
Or like
Well,
house shows.
I had a
Right,
pipe
right,
bomb threat at one of ours.
right. But I have gone to a few quote unquote Project X parties, and
Same.
only one actually lived up to the hype, and it was wild. It was pretty lit. It was at this rich guy's place in fucking West Hills over by Clackamas, and you gentlemen know what I'm talking about. Rich ass people area, and just areolas everywhere. It was insane. Like the second I walked in, I was like, "Holy shit, this is real! This is a real thing that is happening right now."
They
I
are
was
real.
it was my first time experiencing that before. I was like, "Okay, we're here. We're doing this." And it was supposed
That
to
was
be
my
like
same reaction to hearing the Massachusetts accent for the first time.
All right, we're
Oh,
here.
it's
We're
real.
here. All right, we've arrived. We've arrived. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into that rabbit hole here, but because we do have a listener who wrote in, a Jaxin H. Wrote in, just like you guys can, to patreon.com/goodkraken show. And Jackson wanted to ask us about the ultimate trade. Gentlemen, this is probably one of the coolest fucking questions we have gotten thus far, and arguably one of the coolest that I've had anyone ask me in general, because he goes real in depth here. Jackson says, your partner has been kidnapped. The kidnapper calls you to break the news, but also explains that if you take the lives of the following 7 innocent people, one for each day of the following week, they will let your beloved go. If you don't, they will murder your partner at midnight that night if the first kill is not completed. It is guaranteed that they will fulfill their side of the deal and you will not be caught by law enforcement. Here's the deal. Jackson gave us profiles. Brief profiles of the 7 people that must be killed. Bravo, Jackson.
Let's fucking go.
Bravo, Jackson.
Let's fucking
The
go.
first
I'm
kill.
in this.
The first kill. A 60-year-old successful real estate agent. He is married with 2 young children. The second kill. 21-year-old female college student with plans to study abroad and become a business owner. Third kill. Technically third and fourth. A newly married couple, 35 and 30, with a dog and cozy small apartment downtown. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth kill. One of your aunts or uncles. The sixth kill. A 40-year-old oncologist with a strong relationship with all of his patients. He has won a Lasker Award for his innovative studies on a potential cure for leukemia and has almost broken the code on it. And the final kill, the 5-year-old child that lives next door. Do you do it?
Now, plot twist. I see like a solid movie or even like
Literally what I thought. I was like, this
TV
is
series.
the dopest idea for a movie.
Like, get this.
partner
Get this.
dies.
Jackson is a time traveler, right? Travels back in time to us.
He is the
and is like,
kidnapper. He
these
is the
people are responsible for the end of the world as we know it. They need to die. That's where my mind goes. So yeah, fuck it.
If that's the case, yes. If that's not the case and it's just some demented shit, no, because my partner would not want me to do that.
Okay. Sierra would be like,
Yeah.
dog, just let me go.
Yeah, no,
I'm not worth this.
She would not.
Yeah,
no,
this is
like especially
my-
all
my-
those types of people, like knowingly the profiles.
Yeah,
She would not want me to do that.
right.
Yeah, my wife
Especially
wouldn't.
the
My
child.
wife wouldn't want me to do that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
I'd
just-
probably, honestly, realistically, I probably couldn't kill a child.
Yeah.
I mean, how far? How that's actually a good point. How far could you guys get?
I've actually seen
Probably the first 3.
I've actually seen
Damn, Devin said
First one
that
for
with
sure.
some oomph. He said that with confidence. He said probably the first 3. I could probably get to
you guys act
Okay,
like
wait,
you
who-
haven't played GTA before.
Which ones? So,
Jesus.
Garrick. What was that?
what's the fourth one again?
The fourth one is one of your. Well, okay, so the third and fourth technically are the married couple.
Yeah.
The fifth one
Okay.
is one of your aunts or uncles.
Yeah, that's like where I'd have to stop.
Oh, that's right. Oh no, dude, no, I wouldn't stop there. I
was gonna say,
I can think of a few.
Actually,
I can
I was gonna
Most-
say, I
most of my
have an
aunts-
aunt.
that
I
would
could
be, like,
probably.
pretty guiltless.
Yeah, most of my aunts and uncles are either dead or shitbags anyway. So yeah, fuck it.
now, now that you say it, I can't.
I love
Are you listening,
can't.
David?
I love how Jackson, like, through the profiles, fucking bravo to you, Jackson, because
Yeah.
each one gets progressively harder. You know what I mean? Like
That's what she
progressively, like, more like morally questionable as far as like as it goes along. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly
Yeah, I
fucking
like those.
impressed with it.
I like those.
I think honestly, like, I would be stopped in my tracks at the 5-year-old as well. I feel like if I did get that far, I would see the child, and as a father, I'd be like, fuck, God, this is a sports
Yeah.
bar.
I would say
Hold
that.
on, what's
on
a
my first
5-year-old
skill.
doing at the sports bar?
Child's like, what are you talking about, mister? And I was like, get out of here, kid. Get out of here. And then,
is a
and then
sports bar.
poor Aaron would die. Poor Aaron was bullet to the head, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Honestly,
You're not getting in trouble from law enforcement. That was the guarantee, right? In
well, the
condition.
thing that is the
But you have to
guarantee.
live
You
with
don't,
what
you
you've
don't get in
done.
trouble, but you have to live with it. You have to live with the idea that either your partner is now dead that night or you murdered 7 people. And your partner knows. I'm assuming.
who, given the fact that this is not like my dream scenario where this is a movie and Jackson's a time traveler, this is like there's no reasoning behind why these people need to die.
As far as we know, I mean,
And
this kidnapper
innocent.
could
They're
know
innocent
some
people.
shit. He does says innocent people, but the kidnapper could know some shit.
Now, do they say innocent or do they say seemingly innocent?
He says take the lives of the following 7 innocent people.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah. See, right there, like that's
Yeah.
kind of a giveaway right there. Like, I mean,
yeah, they're like legitimately innocent. You think? Or do you
like
say that
if,
they're
if they
not?
were to, if they
No,
were to, if they were to
they're-
say seemingly innocent, then I'd be like, "Ooh, okay, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the fact that they said innocent, that's something like my wife would probably not want me to do that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
If I did it though, I would make sure I did one of them at a sports bar, so hopefully them or someone else or myself could yell, "This is a sports bar."
I love how we're starting to build ourselves a good Kraken universe in which these things happen. And so far it's been pretty rad. We have the sports bar.
Oh my god.
We have oh
Oh my god. We need to have a darkest timeline episode.
darkest time. What is that? What is that?
Dude,
Have you
what-
not watched
dude,
Community?
Oh my god.
No, am I?
we have-
Devin, do you know what this is?
No,
Yeah.
I've seen
okay.
it.
Someone explain it to me. Who's going to give me the best
No.
explanation?
We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave
No,
it at that.
okay,
We're gonna
all
talk
right,
about
all
it
right.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry
okay,
on.
Okay.
You just got to watch Community now.
Oh,
Now that we know you
it's
haven't
it's
watched
a
it.
community thing. Okay, yeah, no,
It's on
okay,
Hulu.
Community. Well, that's why. Fuck Hulu. But Community is one of the shows I've only sort of watched like scattered episodes of. Sort of like Always Sunny.
I've watched it.
Troy and Abed in the
I've
morning.
probably watched it as much as I've
In
watched
the morning.
Friends. I've watched Community as much as I've watched Friends. So
Yeah. Well,
Community's
I've watched
better,
a lot of Friends. Me and my siblings used to watch it all the time when we were kids.
well, Friends is so
but
good.
But there's like a small handful of
Could I
TV.
be any more Asian?
There's a small like handful of like really popular TV shows that I've just like kind of just like turned on and watched an episode of. I was like, oh, that was a good time, and then I just like never really like followed the.
What about How I Met Your Mother?
That's a good one,
I
too.
did watch all that, but only because our homeboy David and I watched through the entirety of the show when we lived together.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a very
It's good.
good show.
I
That
would
ending,
venture to say
New
anyone
Girl
who
is
hasn't
good,
seen
too.
it.
New
Okay.
Girl is
New
good.
Girl,
I've never
yes,
seen.
New Girl.
New Girl's
Girl's
rad.
I tried.
New
I
Girl's
couldn't.
good.
It's not.
I would
for
say
me. It's
How
not
I
for
Met Your
me.
Mother. Watch it all the way up until the final season, and then just ignore the final season.
I liked the final season. Of
I
how,
didn't like
of
it.
wait of How I Met Your Mother or Community.
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, I like the final season.
And actually, technically, the final season of Community. I think
Nope,
the
they
fans of
redid it.
Community
They redid it. They did a new one.
did it.
yeah.
yeah.
I
It's
heard
on
about
Hulu.
that. They
It's
did a
on
new
Hulu.
season so that they could technically
That's so
retcon.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's genius, dog. That's
Yeah.
such a
I've
community
never
thing to
heard
do.
about
Yep,
this.
and they got
Never
everybody
watched
back
How I Met
too.
Your Mother.
How did I not hear about this? They
I don't know. It happened
retconned.
like it happened like what 4 years ago.
Something like that. Yeah, like three.
I
three
do
years ago,
remember hearing
What?
about it getting retconned.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so many
Season
people got
6?
upset about it. The
I
final
think
season.
they just did a. I think they just did like a season 7 and like retconned a bunch of stuff.
Okay,
Something
I'm
like
gonna,
that.
I'm
Something
gonna
like
figure
that.
that out because
Yeah.
I know they did season 6 on Yahoo Video, which was like
Yikes.
Yeah.
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 Um
Yeah. Yeah.
because like Dan Harmon, they had that running joke, 6 seasons in a movie. Like even in the
Six
show.
seasons
like,
in a movie.
6 seasons in a movie. So they wanted to do that 6th season, but they kind of like were like, all right, we gotta find someone that's gonna fucking do it for us, and then Yahoo Video was there for a blip.
Hey, we got you.
And it was shit. It was fucking season 6 was fucking terrible. I hated it. I hated every minute
It
of
was it's so many core cast members were gone at that point. You're just like,
Yeah,
I-
because like you lost Chevy Chase, and then you also lost Donald Glover.
well, Donald and
Um,
Yvette Brown.
Yeah, and Yvette Brown. Yeah,
I can't believe how many
Um,
just like pivotal, just like well-known zeitgeist TV shows just had like a terrible fucking final season. I
But
mean, like
amazing
oh, yeah.
actors in it.
after the entire casualty that was Game of Thrones.
yeah. I was gonna say
it
Game
is
of Thrones.
just
Yeah,
insane to me that like you'd think that after like shows like Breaking Bad that were just back to front, just magnifico, right? Like you'd think that other shows and be like, all right, well that's what we have to fucking do, right? Like we gotta. That's the peak now.
Yeah.
That's the fucking peak. And
well,
they
like
just-
I know for like How I Met Your Mother, I know like they had an end goal in mind already. They weren't expecting it to take off as much as it did.
Right.
And so they were like, oh, fuck, we got to run with this. We got to keep going. But then they wanted to try and trickle it back into what their original plan was because they had already filmed the finale. Like by the time that the finale actually aired, the actors that were the children of the main character,
yeah,
they had already grown up, like much past what they had already filmed. So
they-
they're just like, fuck.
so they
Like-
they were planning the entire time of it being a like he's telling his
A
kids
short
this
run.
story and like this
Yeah.
shit, like, but it wasn't supposed to last that long.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, like
Yeah.
this is not a sports bar. That's what they should have said. This is not a sports bar.
Cue Malcolm in the Middle theme song.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forget how that song goes.
I feel like that's Seinfeld worthy. That's Seinfeld worthy. Bow, ba-dow, bow, bow.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we all are on the I don't know how the fuck we derailed that hard. We are all under the general consensus that we would in
That
fact
Community is good.
yes, that we would in fact not kill the 7 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would we
Yeah, I couldn't.
would we maybe do the first and be like, oh, that didn't feel
No.
good. Like like
In like actual reality, no. In fantasy,
Now, okay.
yes.
Hold on.
in theory, right?
Big question. Does in this scenario, and I guess I'll leave this up to Ernell to kind of decipher. Is there a possible chance that when the kidnapper is telling us this information, that we have a chance to like they're telling us on like FaceTime or something like that? Is there a chance that we have like 2 minutes? Do we have like 2 minutes?
He's
just
just
like-
like,
he's just
like
like-
opening the phone like, come on, answer, fucking answer, fucking answer. And then he does. He's like, hey, bro, I got your fucking wife over here, dog. Like, he's like,
Well, okay. So do we have a chance to talk with our significant other that is kidnapped?
I'm sure that it's the classic, like, say hi to your bitch, you know, that sort of thing. And
Yeah, like that's
and
what
she's
I'm,
like, help me, Xander! This is a sports bar. And then you're like, oh my god, baby, Jackie, I'll save you, I'll save you. He's like, no, the fuck you won't. And then he slaps her one time because that's what like kidnappers do in movies, right? Like they're guaranteed they're gonna slap your wife
now
once.
realistically, I'm gonna say this right now. Realistically, my wife would fucking drop kick that motherfucker the moment he even tries to kidnap her.
If they're kidnapping her, I'm assuming that they're in a position where, I don't know, let's say she's sleeping and it's 3 dudes and they jump her and they hog tie her and then like carry her to the fucking van or some shit, right? You got a fucking gun to, I'm sure they have a fucking Glock to her head.
Two of those dudes are not walking away. I'm not
Sure, no, fair,
I've seen her in the fucking gym, dude. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared.
She'd go down swinging. I get it.
Oh, dude.
But they do get her.
But no, like if there's a moment where like I can actually have like a conversation with her, like I would have that moment where I'm just like, okay, I understand what I need to do. Do you understand what I need to do? And like there would be like that moment, like that like she basically just all she would say is like, I understand what you need to do. And but the way her like facial expression, like you kind of have like, you know, with your significant other, you kind of have like that unspoken dialogue, like that like ESPN kind of thing going on. You know, like,
are you saying you have a coded language with Jackie? Is what you're trying to tell us right now?
This is taking too long, but I'm trying to say that this is Xander's conscience. If is good.
No. No, what I'm saying is, like, basically, without saying so, she would tell me, let me die.
Okay. And what's her code for that? Banana cream pie. She just like, oh, that's her code. Is look at you on the phone. The nod. The fucking nod. Oh no. Oh fucking no.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Devin, Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. Man.
What? What?
God, what the
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Going off over there.
Audio listeners, I
Merry
had to do a little thing, and now Devin's doing a thing with his background.
What? No,
of course.
I did one thing and it reminded me of another thing, so then I did the other thing.
And then he did a thing, and then the thing, and the thing.
It's a sports bar, okay?
It's a
Okay, I'm
sports
sorry.
bar.
All right.
Okay, okay, hold on though. What was the point of putting up Pain on your background? Why was he there? Or was that Panic?
because-
Which one was he?
I can't remember.
I can't
I
remember
just typed into Google if is good because before Xander went on his really long rant, it just sounded like if. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
sure,
it's like
sure,
this.
sure,
I just wanted to like
If.
quickly just be like, this is your inner conscience.
If is good. If is good.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
It's panic.
Jesus.
It's panic.
It's Panic.
Panic.
Okay, it's Panic.
Yeah, that's panic.
Yeah. No, that would make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah. That was it. Just fucking bombed though, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my god. All right, gentlemen, we have our choices here for our tier 2 questions. Okay. We have one labeled as terror and the other labeled as the dead weight we've carried. Which one do we talk about first and which one do we save for post show?
Hold up, are we talking like literal dead weight right now? Because I think I've shared that story with you guys.
You'll find
Fuck.
out. You'll find out.
Ugh. Dude, that's the thing is that he makes this shit so fucking vague, man. It's
I
so
know.
loosely connected. He's such a shitbag about this.
This isn't a
Dude, as he's
bar.
super villaining over here, like I
Yeah,
love this.
that's the thing. Like when he code names this stuff, it's like everyone just shouting out Mephisto every fucking thing that pops up. It's like it's not fucking
for
Mephisto
real.
anymore. That's the loosest fucking thing you can possibly latch onto.
Come on.
I want Mephisto though.
Me too. Me too. We'll get them eventually. It'll be good. Boys, what's our votes? Terror or the dead weight we've carried? Devin.
Me. Yeah, that's my name.
Garrick.
I'm voting for Terror.
Xander.
Let's go Terror.
Devin.
We go with Terror as well.
All
Because you're not real hardcore.
Oh my God. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Let's go. Gentlemen, Zack Bebos writes in and he says, what is the one thing that keeps you up at night?
That could be any number of things.
Well, I mean, like,
We have to pick just one.
I mean, for Xander, it's definitely spiders.
well, I don't know if he's necessarily
No,
asking us
surprisingly
about
not.
like something that literally physically keeps us up at night, like a fear, like a physical fear. I think he's speaking of like what's something in your life that keeps you up at night, that you're like constantly like thinking about.
I
in the back of your head.
reiterate.
Spiders.
Just one? Just one?
Sure.
Finances.
Yeah, I mean we're adults. I think that is the main one for sure.
The exponential dread of having to get up in the morning and go to work.
Yep.
Wait, did you say exponential or existential?
He said exponential.
Okay.
No, I said
It keeps
exponential.
growing.
I heard
It keeps
exponential.
I said
growing.
exponential.
That'd be, well, I mean,
okay,
both
I
work.
have one.
Both work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
I
what's
have
up,
one.
All right.
So now, given my line of work at my previous job, I had seen a lot of death.
Sure.
And as much as I joke about it, as much as I am very kind of just coy to the idea of it, there is a lot of times that just at random, at like 2-3 in the morning, if I've gone to bed before that, which is actually kind of rare. Like just out of the blue, like, fuck, what if I die tomorrow?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah.
What have I accomplished? What have I set forth for those left behind? What, like, it's one of those things where, fuck, like because I mean, I'll be open and blunt right now. I struggle with religion. I was raised religious. I turned to religion in very dark times. But at the same time, I question it very heavily. So when I think of death, I don't have that quote unquote safety net that, oh, when I die, I'll just go up to, fancy schmancy heaven, and then we'll play harps all fucking day. I read Dante's Paradiso and Dante's Inferno. Okay, I understand at least the Catholic
the fire and flames
understanding of those planes of existence. But I don't believe that. Like, I don't necessarily have faith, as those who would say, that when I die, I'm going to reach this higher plane of existence and I'm going to be able to kind of like oversee my loved ones and be like, oh, are they doing good? Okay. Like I literally think that I'm just going to be dead and my loved ones are going to be left with debt, all this other shit that is going to come out of it. Like I'm like, fuck. Like that weighs heavy on me. I'm just like, I need to get this shit taken care of. So, because like, lo and behold, if some goddamn like piece of shit driver in the state of Massachusetts decides to fucking T-bone me, and I'm just like, deuces. Like, I'm like, fuck. Like,
what are you doing in the middle of the road? He's like, this is a sports bar, and that's his final words. Those are his final words.
Which also brings me to think, like, fuck, if I die, what song is gonna be playing when I fucking die? Because you know that shit's gonna still be playing.
Look at this photograph. Every time
Like, that's another thing that I constantly think about. I constantly think about when I'm driving, what playlist am I playing right now? Because if I were to fucking die right now, I hope to God that at least like fucking, I don't know, goddamn. No, I don't. I need to change this. I want
terrifying.
I want Knuckle Puck. Knuckle Puck will be playing when I'm fucking dead. Like,
I hope I die to Katy Perry's Firework. That's what I hope I die to.
oh God.
Why does that seem like a horror comedy scene?
Yeah.
For me, it would be Wrecking Ball.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wrecking Ball. That was just like slow
How awkward
motion.
would it
Like,
be if you actually died going through a fucking construction site?
oh,
I mean,
yikes.
I do work in
yikes.
construction.
That's what he said it.
I mean, not in that kind of construction. You know, not the one
Yeah,
with
I
the
do.
wrecking ball.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
How frequently?
I've been around that.
How frequently?
Not that frequently, but
Okay,
I
well,
do. I
then
definitely
you
go
have
around it.
minimal chances. You have minimal chances. That's my point.
More chances than you fuckers.
I would argue. I would argue the ones that are not as often around wrecking balls would actually die by a wrecking ball.
have a
because
higher chance.
yeah,
because
like,
we don't know
like,
wrecking ball
life,
safety protocols.
life is ironic that way.
See,
That's fair.
we
That's
have
true.
regulations in my field of work, and it's called OSHA, but we don't know what that is. So
Okay.
I also have regulations in my line of work, and it's.
I'd be lying to say
bar.
I have never stood on forks of a forklift 20 feet in the air with no basket before.
Pop
Oh,
trivia.
sure, of
What does
course, of
OSHA
course.
stand for? What does OSHA stand for?
Oh shit! Have drink at a sports bar. One word.
No,
At the end.
it's oh, you can't do that?
Fair. Garrett,
Anyways,
Garrett?
I guess I can go
Uh.
really quick actually because I basically had the same answer as Xander. I am like horrified of being on my deathbed and like knowing that I didn't do enough. You know what I mean? I didn't do things perfectly, and so like at night sometimes I'll be laying in bed and be like, some dude could come in here. And I'm deaf as shit, right? It's because I take off my hearing aid when I go to bed. I'm deaf as shit. So in my brain, I'm like, someone could come in here and just like wait until I'm sleeping and cap one right in the back of my fucking head. And it would all be done. And I would be sitting here with nothing to show fucking for it besides this bullshit with you assholes. You know what I'm saying? This is a sports bar. And, like, and that's the legacy I'd be leaving behind. It's fucking 83 episodes of just absolute horse shit.
So when the guy caps you in the head, does he run out of your bedroom? So it just sounds.
I like to pretend that that I'm worthy of an actual hitman. So he would have a silencer, and he would in fact make the noise as he leaves. You know, an assassin.
Walks like this.
But Arnell, that's like the trade-off, though. You know, like we. I like to think that we like to talk shit sometimes and be like, all I have to show for is like this shit with you fuckers, like blah 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 blah. But at the same time, like this is the shit that we fucking enjoy. This is the shit that like makes our life like just like so much more just like this is why I wake up in the morning sometimes.
Right.
But at the same time, like what is it? How does it benefit the ones that are closest to us? And that's where we start to get a little bit when the thought of death creeps on our fucking shoulders. We're just like, fuck.
I kind of want to make like I want to live my life in a way that makes it feel like I like made a fucking difference in this world. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of just like my goal in living my life is doing something for somebody at some level that can let me be fucking be remembered to some extent that isn't just doing this bullshit with you guys. Because like I want to put myself in service of the world, in service of my family, and do great things, and know that on my final fucking breath, I'm not just gonna sit there and say this is a sports bar. I'm actually gonna say I did alright, and like that's that shit keeps me up at night, just from like thinking like solely on the aspect of like, am I doing enough yet? Am I doing enough yet? Like, am I doing it? Am I there yet? I'm 31. Like, did I hit that point yet? Probably not. Probably not.
I try to focus on the positives to like something as very minimal as Surreal Yume, who has come into the GK universe,
Yes.
thankfully.
Wonderful. Wonderful human being.
Like she I posted a clip recently where in Discord she said I watched this like 5 fucking times over, and then when I posted it on Instagram she was like I fucking love your edits. And that's one of those things where to me like if I can make just one person like laugh from the content that I produce, or just one person just like feel good from the content I produce, just like put a smile on their face at the end of the day, like I know that what I'm doing is good enough, at least.
Yeah.
To where like cause like the point that the reason that we all are here doing this kind of stuff is to put smiles on people's faces, because that like especially Shipwreck Show because it's a fucking
this is
shipwreck.
a sports bar. This is in fact a sports bar.
Like especially this, like my biggest
guy.
thing with this is like, and any of you guys watching right now, any of you guys listening right now, at any point, if you smiled, laughed, whatever,
Please
that
rate
is the
and
fucking
review us
point.
on your podcast service of choice, please.
But that is the fucking point. I want you guys to fucking laugh. I want you guys to be like, these guys are fucking idiots. I love it. Like that's what makes me like, you know what? I'm looking forward to the next Shipwreck Show. I'm looking forward to the next time I get together with the GK guys. I'm looking forward to the next time we do whatever, because I want people to smile and be happy and forget the bullshit that is out there.
I do want to add one more little one though. So throughout the course of my life, I've found yet nothing quite yet that I'm allergic to, and I'm terrified that one day I'm gonna eat something and find out the hard way I'm allergic to it. I'm like so fucking terrified of that happening. I'm so fucking
Imagine
Straight up anaphylactic,
like
just
as you're
immediately.
dying, you have someone next to you with a clipboard, like, okay, so that's not good. Okay.
Well, dog, and listen, right? Like, look, I've seen Hitch. I saw the way Will Smith blew up in that movie when he found out he was allergic to shellfish, right? I'm already a thick boy, so I balloon up. I just look like Pearl from Blade. With the light thing, like I'm just gonna look like that. It's gonna be terrible, man.
It reminds me of the time like my dad found out that he was allergic to bees. He got stung by. He looked like the fucking Michelin man.
Jesus Christ. Which I mean, like, granted, it's like, whatever. I'm not out here like fat shaming Pearl from Blade or anything, but I'll turn green and everything. I'm horrified of the aspect of just dying from fucking food. Because one thing that like pisses me off is like the concept of like, if I get taken out by something fucking stupid, I'm gonna haunt someone. Like, I'm horrified of the idea of like my obituary saying like Ernell Pearson, cause of death, marshmallow. Like some stupid bullshit like that, right? Like I choke on a marshmallow or some shit like that. I'm horrified of that. That would piss me the fuck off. Catch me.
Make me think of that time Sidney Crosby like almost choked to death by a fucking mozzarella stick.
I mean, hey, if there's any food to go out to, it's definitely mozzarella stick. Devin and Garrick, it's your guys' fucking turn. It's your guys' turn.
Yeah. God damn. What do I not have a fear of? So I really
love
like
how all
swimming.
4 of us are on the same page. Like, God damn, everything, dog. Like everything
There's
keeps
a lot,
us.
man.
This podcast keeps me up at night.
God, as much as I like swimming, drowning or like being helpless.
The thought of like helpless death. Yeah.
Oh.
We got a lot of death tonight. A lot of death conversation tonight. Huh?
Well, no, like I can definitely feel it, because like part of my job at my last unit was being on patrol in the open ocean, Just the idea of the fact that most of our Earth's ocean is undiscovered freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm an islander. I know how that feels. Did you know, Xander, that because you worked in the ocean, we had a higher chance of dying from water?
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
No, I know.
It's the same theory of the wrecking ball thing, right? It's just like
I had a case where the fucking wave was like right over us, and I literally, like, as I was done puking, looked up at the wave, and I was like, "Oh, this is how I go out." Like, I remember.
Could you say it was a little wave? No, just
No, it was not a little wave.
How about this?
It was not a little wave. It was movie theater fucking. Oh, fuck.
comically large wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could give you guys an example of when I got scared for no reason, but because I've actually always been afraid of being attacked by a shark.
I feel
But
like
I
most
still love swimming.
people are, right? Like, what could we
Yeah.
all agree that getting attacked by a shark is kind of fucking horrifying, right?
Hit the
Like-
button.
Well, it's like,
Dude,
I mean, like,
I went snorkeling with sharks like 3 years
No,
ago.
I did too.
Dude,
But
I envy you.
Here's a moment though in my life where I almost like got probably the most scared feeling I ever had. It's the first time I'm in Hawaii. The very first day I'm at Hawaii. I haven't even been able to check into my hotel yet because it's not ready.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh, I'll just go hang out at the beach then. You know, because what else are you gonna do? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
right,
With all your
right,
bags
right,
and shit.
like, yeah, yeah.
no, I had a car rental, so I just left my bags in the fucking, you know,
Oh, okay.
in the trunk.
Sure.
I'm in Kihei. I'm swimming. The water is perfect, like literally crystal blue. You float. It's warm. It's great. It's warm outside. I'm like, oh, I'm just floating. I end up getting really far away from the shore, right? I'm literally like so relaxed, I could almost fall asleep, and I'm floating on my back in the ocean.
Suddenly you hear, "This is a sports bar" from the beach.
No, I look up, and I realize I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like almost 100 feet away from the shore, you know?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
You're out there. Okay.
yeah. It was
No,
calm.
100 feet's not too bad.
It's not that far, but it's far enough.
It's
You know what I
far
mean?
enough on a Hawaiian beach. It's
Yeah.
far enough.
It's far
Bro,
enough.
do you understand that you're just explaining the opening to a shark movie right now?
Literally,
No,
like
no,
beat for beat.
no,
Like,
let me continue.
this is the
all of
Meg.
a sudden,
This
out of
is the
nowhere.
Meg.
Dun-dum,
Let me continue.
dun-dum,
I look to my right because I'm like, oh,
dun-dum,
I need to go
dun-dum,
back.
dun-dum.
Before I even like flip back over to just swim back, I see a black mass underneath me.
A
And
midnight
in
mass.
this moment in my life, I peed. I peed.
Oh, dude, instantly, I bet.
dog.
I peed.
Bro,
Granted, I was in the water, but no alarm. It ended up just being the biggest fucking sea turtle I've seen in my entire life.
oh, Donatello,
But-
it was just you.
But
Scaring the shit out of you.
that
dog.
moment though, that fear that I wasn't thinking about popped into my head when I saw that, because I was like, oh, I'm actually out in this area. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that same day, that same exact day, there was somebody else up in Lahaina, which was like 45 minutes like north of Kihei. And he actually got attacked by a shark and died that same day.
in a sports bar.
And no, here's the weirdest thing.
Wow.
That guy was from Clackamas.
Yo,
Damn.
which
is 15 minutes
Dude, there
away
was a
from where I
split.
live.
There was a split in the timeline just there. Like,
yeah,
there was
that
a
was
point, and the
Yeah.
timeline was like, all right, it's either going to be Devin or like which one's going to get the sea
Something-
turtle, and
yeah.
then you look down and saw
Yeah.
sea turtle, and the other guy saw shark, and that was it.
That was it. It was a
Yeah.
throw
Isn't
up.
that
Been the other way
weird
around.
though?
Dude,
God
Isn't
flipped
that
a coin on
weird?
you, dog. Like,
Dude,
Like I
that's
feel
wild.
bad for that guy and his family, but like, isn't
Yeah.
that weird?
now here's
reminds
a
me of
little
Sharks
little,
are just fucking. Oof.
a
But
little,
it's actually very rare to be attacked by a shark, though.
it is. It's extremely.
And they're actually
extremely
more scared of you than people
very much
actually
so.
know.
Very
Oh
much
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, like because
I'll go like off the record. I'll talk on sharks.
Now the thing is though is that like let's say like you get a cut or something like that. It's real
if you're
easy
bleeding,
to get to get cut or something while you're swimming and not realize it. It's a lot easier than some people realize. So even though yes, sharks are like more terrified of you than you are of them, it's like that little tiny detail is what gets forgotten a lot. Little island piece of advice for you guys. If you have the option of going out to like the deep part of the ocean, don't. That's my ancestors have been telling me this for fucking years. I'll tell you that. No?
that same trip I did go to the deep part of the ocean, and I saw octopus, I saw a manta ray, I saw sharks, I saw lots of fish. I went snorkeling and diving and stuff, and it was fun. I could go really deep.
I'm not gonna lie. I damn near died snorkeling, and I saw a fucking jellyfish like right here.
Oh,
I've been stung by I've been stung all over my entire body by baby jellyfish. It's fucking awful.
You know what scared me more?
You don't want that for you. Go ahead.
The fucking rockfish. Like
Yeah.
because that was more interested in me than the 3 sharks I saw.
Very much very much so. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of
He's
stuff.
like, yo, what you doing, bro?
Dude, no, it was coming right towards me. It was like looking at me. I was like, what the fuck are you looking at? You know what I mean?
Fuck off. I'm ready to punch.
just throw
No,
it.
you know it's gonna be like it's gonna be that
After-
dream punch where it's just like
after like being though like on the island, because I stayed for 10 days and I went snorkeling twice. I learned that it's actually barracuda you want to look out for.
Yeah.
And not the sharks, really.
Barracuda.
No, but seriously, because I heard that like you are like 10 times more likely to get attacked by a barracuda than
they're like extremely aggressive, extremely aggressive and territorial. It's wild.
They're just assholes. They're like the wasps of the ocean.
got me with that one.
Wasps in the ocean. That's true. That's fair. That's fair.
All right,
It's just
there you go.
It's just
I hate
every
sharks.
every
don't hate
deep
'em.
water scenario I've ever been in. Because I've done some work on like a couple of like ship situations. Like I did some like Alaskan like shipping, like fishing. I mean, not shipping, Alaskan fishing for a little bit. Not like deep Bering Sea fishing, but it was like sort of like South Coastline or whatever. That fucking sucked. This is like going and like helping with my uncle's boat in the Philippines when he was taking people out to go snorkeling in the Philippines. That fucking sucked. Just like every deep water scenario I've ever been in, besides like one day of in the Philippines, like prior to the monsoon that hit before we got there. Or like a few days after we got there. I mean, that was the only deep water experience I've ever had that was actually lit. Every other time I've been like, this is sus as fuck. I don't fuck with this. So any opportunity you can to avoid deep water, you should probably fucking take it. You should just probably fucking take it. All
it's
right.
Like, dude, there's so much like unexplainable shit. Like the other day, I want to say, it was in New Zealand. There was like a 20-foot giant squid washed up on the shore.
Yeah.
Like last week.
Yeah.
And like giant squid are becoming more and more prevalent. And from what people say, giant squid are assholes.
You could also say that they're good. Kraken.
Yeah, to eat.
Nobody caught that. Nobody.
Calamari?
Yeah, I caught
Nobody.
it. I caught it.
No.
Shut the
Okay.
fuck
all right.
up.
Dude, calamari is fucking delicious.
I caught that
Listen,
shit.
Calamari
Shut
with
up.
a K.
you need to think
Calamari
more
with a K.
highly of the Kraken, okay? The Kraken is not a squid. The Kraken is not an octopus. The Kraken is the goddamn fucking Kraken.
Put some respect on it.
So for
Sam.
you,
I would eat it if it
Exactly.
died though and was turned into calamari.
Garrick,
some
we-
fucking
we- we have
dude,
to
some
hear-
Kraken chips.
We have to hear from Garrick really quick before we end off our regular show. Garrick,
Yeah.
what is keeping you up at night, my guy?
Oh, dude. I don't know. There's a lot of shit, man. It's the truth is there's just a lot. There's a lot.
Sports bars.
Be real.
The first thing that comes to mind.
Your haunted Grogu.
Dude, the first thing that comes to mind, dude.
Grogu.
Look at this Grogu sus as fuck right now.
He's in a different spot. Fuck.
Dude, the first thing that comes to mind that I would say would just straight up just to keep me up, like anxiety sort of thought. Dude, is you guys probably you guys are all in relationships too. I bet you guys feel this shit all the time. Dude, I worry so fucking much about being like a good partner.
Oh, being a good partner, being a good dad. Like that shit fucks me up, man.
Oh, dude, literally, like, so I don't have like a traditional marriage dynamic. Like, I'm not like the provider alpha male in my in my relationship, right? Like, my wife makes more money than I do, and like, but like we both still work for full time. We own a house and stuff. But like we don't feel like we don't like fulfill like traditional gender roles like all the time. And so like
all the time. Sometimes.
Well, no, like there's sometimes like I guess it just happens like unintentionally. But
let's hit the nut button right now.
We call it forking.
This is a sports bar.
In Russia, we call it forking.
Ernell, by the way,
forks you.
quick tangent. Ernell, after this, I'm gonna need you to send me your address so I can send you a little Christmas gift. But anyway, go ahead.
You're just gonna say that in front of us? What?
Okay.
Next thing I know, he's gonna FaceTime me, and Aaron's gonna be there.
Way to be the guy that wears the wedding dress or like proposes on somebody else's wedding. Xander, steal my thunder.
Damn. Go ahead, Garrett. Go ahead.
No, dude, but just being enough, like that shit. Just snap yourself the fuck out of here. Bitch, bye.
Go on, Garrett. Go on.
Get ghosted. But dude, it's just being enough, like all the time, like that shit really like just keeps me up at night, like wondering like because we don't have like a traditional marriage, like I think back to my dad being a piece of shit and like doing whack stuff to me and my siblings and my mom, and I'm just like, I'm not that guy. Am I a good husband?
Mm-hmm.
Because like isn't that so fucked up? You're just like, I know that's wrong and weird, but because that was the way I raised, like there's still that weird fucking thing in the back of your head. You're just like, are you doing this right? Because you're just trying your fucking bandest, but your parents fucked you up accidentally.
I think a lot of that kind of boils down to all of our like the four of our collective daddy problems.
Dude, for real,
the daddy issues that all four of us have, like individually, I think like all four of us can relate to this in some way or another. Like wanting to be good enough at who we are, and I think a lot of that is because we all got some major fucking daddy issues, and that's just creeping. It's creeping right back here.
Dude, it's just
exactly why I don't have any kids.
It's just there, dude. It scares the shit out of me, dude. Like, dude, I don't even talk to people about my fucking dad. They're like, "Is he alive?" And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe let's not talk about it. Like,
let's hard pass.
Not a conversation I wanted to have with you. You know what I'm saying? Like reverse Uno.
Yeah. What'd you say, Devin?
Dude,
I was like, so you're scared of your dad?
No,
dude, no. Dude, I got into physical altercations with my dad.
We've met his dad. It wasn't the best. I'd run
okay?
hands with his fucking dad. All right, get the fuck out of here.
I don't remember what he looks like.
I did run hands with my dad.
I've smoked a lot of weed, so I don't remember what he looks like.
Garrett's dad.
Fuck. Granted, Garrick, it's been like 10 years since I met your dad.
Hashtag fuck Eric's dad.
Fuck Garrett's
dad.
That's
fair. Dude, hashtag fuck my dad for real, dude.
Can I say something though, like just like that you kind of remind me about, like speaking about your partner,
Mm-hmm.
You made me realize that a fear that I've had, especially like coming across like stories on the internet of like sex trafficking. Like what if my partner just disappears?
Because here's the deal,
and it's been happening way more lately, and like people people have been putting trackers on people's vehicles or like slipping it into their bags and stuff like that. And like I'm not trying to like freak people out, but like this is a real thing. And granted, it is rare, but I'll it still happens. You know,
Well, here's one thing I will say, ladies, if you have the opportunity to take up any form of self-defense, I fucking beg you, please do it. You need it in your life, because the last thing you want to be is helpless in a situation like that. The last thing you want is to be helpless in that situation.
Like, fucking throw hands.
Throw
fucking
hands.
Fucking
goddamn.
I know right now that my partner that I have, she will fight. I know that.
She comes off as a scrapper. I can see it.
I know in the
I
past
see that.
it wouldn't have happened.
That's where it happened. That's how they met. He saw her get in a fight and he's like, "Oh my."
No. The first I'll be real with you
dog.
guys.
I would too. Shit.
The first time I met her, she told me to fuck off, and I was like,
Hey.
"Oh,
All right, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I'm here for that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta work for this."
Garrett,
She's got a fire and I'm cold. Let's go.
Garrett, is Jess about it? Can Jess give people the smoke?
Dude.
He's like,
So-
bro, let me tell you.
my wife's one of those people that would like, she'll straight up like avoid altercation like at all cost.
Sure.
But the moment she's cornered, like you're getting fucked up.
Like a raccoon.
Dude, she's coming at you. Like it's fucking game over, dude.
Garrett's wife is
So like
raccoon noises.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like Devin did that, and I immediately thought of like the red panda that does that shit.
The Chinese zoo red panda.
I get that though. I get that though. Like she tries to be respectable. Like kind of like okay, listen, let's try to handle it on the best terms. But if cornered to a point where like there's no other way but fucking all right, listen, bitch. Like she'll fucking throw down.
Yeah.
So here's the thing though that like sets my wife apart. Is my wife is like this unique brand, dude. She's gonna be like reckless.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like reckless. Like she's gonna come at you so hard. Like she's gonna break her wrist and then still continue to beat the shit out of you with that arm.
Let's fucking go.
And see the reason I say it's like ladies at home, like our listeners and stuff, that like if you have the opportunity to learn some of this shit, like even like I'd recommend go and get a fight in your life. Go and start a fight with someone at least once, because you don't actually know until you've been punched in the face at least once. That's what you need to do. But I'm not. Hold on, I'm not.
We're in America. That's frowned upon. That's frowned upon.
We're at a sports bar.
Pretty sure we've all
At the very least, that's 24
Listen,
hours.
I know it's not the way it is back. I know it is not the way it is back at home. I get that. That's why I'm saying I can't recommend that. Okay. What I can say is I am never, ever once worried about my little sister ever getting kidnapped. Especially after the story I told y'all about what she did to her bully. And I promise you, there is not a single moment of my life I worry about that girl being physically attacked, because Shanna would fuck someone up more than I would fuck someone up. Oh my god, they hit like a fucking
that
brick,
name
man.
Just fucks me up.
Just
Speaking
like
of that name.
Is Shanna of age? Because like whenever I come visit
22,
you guys, I want to
22.
fucking. All right, I'm buying a round of shots. Let's fucking go.
I mean, like, well. Yeah. They'll be down. Yeah, no, that was my sister that like wrecked the bully out front of the school. Like when I came home, like that story on I think it was episode 2 Shipwreck I told you guys. dog.
Yeah.
There is not a moment of my life I ever am concerned about her getting physically attacked ever, because that girl, like,
Oh, yeah.
she's punched me, like full on punched me, just like as we're like sparring, fucking around or whatever, and she just socked me right in the stomach, and I was like, oh God, fuck.
It's like one of those moments where it's like, whoa.
Well, like I've got an iron fucking stomach, and this girl's just decked me once. I was like, oh, like, dude, like the all the air came rushing out of you. God damn, son. 10 minutes. Is that the prequel to the hit game 12 minutes? Is that?
No, that's how much time Garrick
Oh,
has.
Garrick has before he has to leave. Yes, perfect. Well, I actually was going to recommend. I can probably save our other question for our next episode. I think this
Is it a
last
good
one.
enough question? You can hang on to it.
It is. It'll be a fun one to
Awesome.
start out with. It'll be a fun one to start out with. Gentlemen, it was nice do another episode of Shipwreck with you guys. We didn't do one last week, so it was nice to finally catch up. And
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
did
I
the
know.
fucking
No, we had Game Awards last week.
Game Wars was fucking awesome.
go. And then
My
and
senior
then-
chief continually asks me about, like, yo, how's your coverage of Game Awards? And it's like,
God,
because
it was
my
so
senior
good.
chief, I don't know if he'll ever see this, but like, he's a fucking nerd. Like, he's a goddamn nerd.
Hey,
And
did
I
you
fucking
watch
love
it? Did you tell him you can find it at youtube.com/good
He
Kraken?
probably doesn't want him to watch it.
No, because I was still kind of like growing this out technically. No, that's not good.
Tell him to fuck off.
That's not in regs,
They
bro.
don't want that. Yeah.
But no. Like, yeah, we definitely talked a lot about Star Wars Eclipse, Arc Raiders, a lot of that stuff.
So I found out something interesting about Arc Raiders.
We're gonna talk about it off stream,
Yes.
because
Yeah, let's
this
go.
has been the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 4 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the Seven Seas has thrown our way. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to patreon.com/GoodKraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics and get exclusive post-show content and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken with an exclamation mark over at twitch.tv/GoodKraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking that little red button right down there. Hit that fucking red button. The bell, the sub button, all that good shit. Down below in order to get updates when episodes go live everywhere. Well, we do not have time to do a post show because Garrick has to go see one of the greatest movies of all fucking time. And then we are actually gonna see it tomorrow. It's gonna be fucking lit. It's gonna be fucking lit. Let's go. But until next time, my friends, be good to each other.
This is a sports
And get-
bar!
It's a fucking sports
This
bar.
is a sports bar.